In a rare public rift between the Israelis' political and military leadership, the Israeli army's chief spokesperson appeared to question the stated goal of destroying the Hamas militant group in Gaza. According to Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, Hamas is an idea. Whoever thinks that it can be eliminated is wrong. He further added that the notion that it is possible to destroy Hamas is misleading. This contradicts statements from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who has said that destroying Hamas is the war's key objective. Well, the comments made by the spokesperson were quickly rebuffed by the office of Israeli Prime Minister, whose cabinet has stated that the Gaza offensive will not end until Hamas is defeated. Now, with more than 8 months of war, Israel has failed to oust the militant group from Gaza. Frustration mounting with no clear end or post-war plan in sight. And due to all these problems, it continues to mount over Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, both at war and back at home. In the latest following high-profile spats involving members of his coalition, Prime Minister Netanyahu has called for his political partners to get a grip and abandon petty politics. He says the sole focus of them should be to defeat Hamas, bring back all the hostages and return Israelis safely back to their homes, both in the north and in the south. Meanwhile, on the war front, a merchant ship has sunk in the Red Sea after a deadly attack by Yemen's Houthis forced it to be abandoned. This incident took place last week. The Houthis have released the footage of the said attack that shows an attack on the Tutor cargo ship in the Red Sea. And after a series of ship attacks in recent days by the group, American forces have destroyed 2 sites in Yemen belonging to the Houthis. It added that in the past 24 hours, the American forces have additionally destroyed 2 uncrewed surface vessels of the Houthis in the Red Sea. While in Gaza, according to reports, another Israeli airstrike in northeastern Rafah has killed at least 10 people as they waited for aid trucks to arrive. The Palestinians were then rushed to the European hospital in Khan Yunis after the Israeli bombardment. And according to the UN Human Rights Office, Israeli forces may have repeatedly violated the laws of war and failed to differentiate between civilians and fighters in the Gaza conflict. Meanwhile, the head of a UN inquiry accused the Israeli military of carrying out an extermination of Palestinians.
I don't know whether it's one of the most moral armies in the world or not. But what I do have expertise in and what I do have authority to do is make assessments of criminal conduct. And we've done that in relation to the recent events, and you can see that in the report. And the only conclusion you can draw is that the Israeli army is one of the most criminal armies in the world.
And for more on this, we're now being joined by correspondent Jody Cohen. She's joining us live from Tel Aviv. Hi, Jody. Welcome to the show. There's lots going on the Israel-Hamas front, and now Hezbollah has also entered the picture. How high is the risk of this war expanding further?
Hi, Risha. So Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah gave a speech on Wednesday. He warned Cyprus that they would become involved in this war if Cyprus lets Israel use their ports and airports. So there is certainly concern that this war could spread further to other countries. And remember, Cyprus is in the European Union. Now, the president of Cyprus has said that they're not involved in military operations in the Middle East. IDF chief Herzi Halevi has warned Hezbollah, saying that the IDF possesses infinitely more powerful capabilities than Hezbollah, which Hezbollah is unaware of. Now, an Israeli official has reportedly also said that they believe that Nasrallah has become distressed by the strident messages conveyed to them by US envoy Amos Hochstein, and also by Israeli remarks in recent days indicating a change in direction. Meanwhile, despite the public disagreements we saw on Wednesday between the Netanyahu and Biden administrations, on Thursday, US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is going to be hosting senior Israeli officials, including Ron Dermer, who's Netanyahu's closest advisor. So they'll no doubt be discussing the Israel-Hamas war and also the risk of another war with Hezbollah.
Right, Jody, apart from what is happening on the war front, let's also talk about what is happening in Israel. Ultra-National Party head Ben Gvir has been accused of leaking state secrets. IDF spokesperson Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari has claimed that Hamas is an idea and that it cannot be defeated. We are witnessing glaring differences between the IDF and Netanyahu at this point. What more can you tell us?
So Netanyahu has called on his coalition partners to get a grip, he said. That's after Likud party members accused Ben Gvir of leaking state secrets, after Ben Gvir reportedly said that he won't vote with coalition party bills if he's not given more influence on Israel's Gaza policy, and also after disagreements over a bill concerning the authority of local rabbis. Now, Netanyahu said that this isn't a time for petty politics or legislation that endangers the coalition. He suggested that they must focus on defeating Hamas, returning the hostages and returning all the displaced residents to their homes in the north as well as the south. Meanwhile, as you said, IDF spokesperson Daniel Hagari has said that Hamas is an idea that they can't be destroyed. Netanyahu then issued a statement clarifying that the Security Cabinet's goal is to destroy Hamas's military and governance capabilities. And then the IDF released a statement saying that the IDF is committed to this stated war goal. So it seems that there's been a specification there. Rather than in the earlier days of the war talking about eliminating Hamas, the government is now saying that they're going to go after and destroy Hamas's military and governance capabilities.
Right, Jody, thank you so much for joining us on the show with your insights. We'll, of course, be tracking all that is happening in West Asia very closely here on WION.
Thank you.